And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, and we are back with the Miami Marlins franchise. Guys, sorry about the kind of a long wait in between episodes here in this series. I promise I'm going to try and speed up the pace of this franchise, but today we get to finish this opening 4-game set against the Atlanta Braves, and we also play with, my favorite uniforms in the entire game. And my favorite MLB jerseys, really, in real life. These are so sweet. These are the uniforms, these City Connect jerseys that Miami came out with last year, and they are unbelievably cool. They're so cool. I love the red top and the white pinstripes and the blue hat on these jerseys. This is one of the reasons I picked this team, is because I had these jerseys. They're just the best jersey in the game, in my opinion, and that's a strikeout here as we get to pick Sixto Sanchez for his first start of the year, and he gets a strikeout there, his first strikeout of the season, and then a ground ball into second base to end the top of the first inning. So no score after the top of one, no hits. So again, Atlanta has lost 2 of the first 3 games here. Miami 2-1 to start the season. They have been off to a pretty good start here. Nina Anderson last year, 24 starts and a 3.58 ERA. He was pretty good for Atlanta. John Birdie here in the first inning is going to look at that fastball in the corner. Now an 0-2 pitch to Birdie is swung on and missed for the strikeout. And again, also love the blue helmets also. I think these are just such cool uniforms, but if Miami trying to take the first 3 of 4 here from the World Series champions last year. Jazz Chisholm here is going to ground it over to short. Dansby Swanson with a little jump throw, and he gets the out there to end the first inning, and so they're going to look at that again. Looking at this jump throw here, Dansby getting it, and nice play there by the shortstop as he jumps up and makes the play there. Jazz not off to a great start this year. Overall, the offense, has been kind of struggling in this opening series, as that's ball 4 below the knees here. Sixto Sanchez in the second inning with 2 down. Really interested to see what Sixto will do here in this franchise. Ground ball over to second to end the inning here, but overall pitching has been pretty good to start for the first 3 games. The offense has been a little lackluster though, so we go into the bottom of the second here now, and Jorge Solaire is coming up, and Solaire has been pretty decent to start this season off. It's just still showing his regular season stats, but he's batting .333 right now. He's probably been the best offensive player on the team to start the year, as that pitch is in there for strike 2. Now that's swung on and missed. 2-seamer 95 below the knees. And Nina Anderson will get his second of the game. That's going to be a ground ball. And there's 2 outs, so that would have probably been a double play, but that is going to be the end of the second inning here. And so we saw game 1 between these 2 teams is definitely a pitcher's duel, and that's kind of how this series has been going, and that's how this game has been going so far here in the top of the 3rd inning, as that ball is, what a play by Jacob Stallings. It bounced in on him, and then he threw it to second base, but look at this. We do have injuries on, and Jacob Stallings is hurt after that throw. And it looks like a pectoral injury and a tear. If it is a tear, that could take him out for 1 to 2 months, that said. So unfortunate injury there, is Jacob Stallings throwing out the runner at second base, but now Peyton Henry comes in the game for Miami here as their catcher, and that is going to be a good throw over to first base to get the out, but hopefully Jacob Stallings is alright. He, remember, got that walk-off hit in the season opener, and that would be unfortunate. I don't really know who would take over at catcher for Miami. They don't have a lot of depth there at that position. So obviously Garcia swinging and missing at that 12-seam curveball there by Ian Anderson for his 3rd strikeout of the game. And yeah, Garcia not able to catch up to that one, a little bit out in front of it. And 1 down here in the inning now. Peyton Henry who just came in on the game after the injury to Stallings, swings and misses that ball that was pretty close, right down the middle. Then he swings and misses at a two-seam fastball inside for another strikeout. 4 Ks here now for Anderson, and now John Birdie is up, and he will pop it into center field. Racing and making the catch out there in center is Acuna. So end of the 3rd inning here, still no score. And so far, another pitcher's duel type game here. So we're in the top of the 4th. Sixto Sanchez here. Line drive. Wow, caught on the fly. That was John Birdie making a pretty great play there. Leaping up in the air and snagging it. Wow, great job by John Birdie, middle of the 4th here. And still no score. So leading off the inning is Brian De La Cruz, 0 for 1 in this game so far. 0-2 pitch to De La Cruz is a fastball way outside, and it gets him swinging. 5th strikeout of the game now already. Now Jorge Solaire with a man on first. That's a stolen base attempt, and that's going to be a stolen base right there. Jazz Chisholm, we got on base, getting into second base. That was a nice job, a good jump, and a max speed of 20 miles per hour. I like that StatCast. The stats in the StatCast. I think it's really cool that they do that in this game, and that's ball 4. So double play now in effect. Here is Jesus Aguilar is going to come up now with he's 0 for 1 in this game so far to this point. And he's got 2 men on here as he grounds it over to first base, and just as I say it, they get it, a double play. So that walk ended up working out there for Brian Anderson, as that is going to be the end of the 4th. So still only 2 hits in total here, and another pitcher's duel type game in this series. We go bottom 5 here. Peyton Henry with a 1-2 count, and he strikes out again, swinging and missing at a fastball. And first hit of the game for Miami in that 5th, but still no runs. So we go top 6 now. 2-2 pitch. Dansby Swanson lines it into center field, or not into center field. That is into right field for a single. Man on first base here, and that's going to be a ground ball. Joey Wendell picks it up. 2nd for 1 on to first. Double play. Wipes away that base hit. And a great job there, as that is a ground ball double play. And now Austin Riley 0 for 2 in the game. Flies it out into the outfield, and Garcia took a bad angle on it and actually gets past him and all the way to the wall. And Austin Riley is going to stroll into second base. That was probably my fault. So I wanted to get it on the bounce after I saw the red indicator, but that was a bad angle, and now a man on scoring position, as that's a walk, and that is the 97th pitch of the game for Sixto Sanchez here. Travis D'Arnaud is 0 for 1 with a walk, so we'll see. Trying to get 606 innings here. With his 100th pitch of the game is a fly ball into deep right field. Garcia on the run, and he makes the catch. Wow, good job by Garcia making that play, running it down for the out. So Sixto, that's going to be the end of the night for him. 6 innings scoreless. As we go into the next inning here, and Cole Sulser, who has pitched a couple of innings already in the game and hasn't given up anything yet, as we're in the top of the 7th here, still 0-0. As that ball's a great slider on the outside corner. 0-2 to Dickerson. Swing and a miss. Believe the first strikeout of the entire game here in the 7th inning. And strikeouts have been kind of hard to come by for Miami to start this year. I know that, Pablo Lopez had like 6 of them in his opening day start, but the last 2 pitchers that we've seen have not really gotten any strikeouts. So that's kind of annoying. I don't know why that is the case in this game. It just seems like it's harder to get strikeouts in this game than previous ones. But, we'll see. I'll keep figuring out the sliders and, trying to get more strikeouts in here. But that is going to be caught. So we go bottom 7 here. Full count. Ian Anderson still pitching. And ball 4 below the knees. So that's a walk. Another walk. The second one of the game for... Man, I'm blanking on the name, Jorge Solaire, as that's going to be a double play, though. Ending the inning. Man, ground ball, shortstop And Ozzie Albies just trails his foot along the bag and gets the double play. So, man, end of 7 innings. And again, we go here into the super late stages and no runs. So, Lisa Hernandez comes in, 1.2 innings pitched, and it's just like, man, it seems every single game is going to be like this, where it's just going to be a pitcher's duel until the very end. As Delano DeShields swings and misses at a high fastball way up there. Almost, at his eyes, maybe even above his eyeball. That was a fastball that was way too high to get at all. And then, those 2 strikes in the beginning of the at-bat were not very good pitches right down the middle. And then he swung at that one way up there. So, now it's Acuna, who's 1 for 3 on the night. And an 0-1 to him as a ground ball. Base hit up the middle. And Acuna trying to go to second base for some reason. I don't know why he tried to do that. That was an easy single. I don't know. That was weird. The CPU decided to have him go to second for some reason there. Did not quite understand why that happened. But now we are in the bottom of the 8th. 1 down here for Raciel Garcia. Ground ball. That's going to be a single. I think that's only the 3rd hit of the entire game for Miami. His offense, again, for, the 4th straight game has really just not been there at all. As that is going to be it for Anderson, who had 7.1 innings, only 3 hits allowed, and he was incredible today for Atlanta, but unfortunately Atlanta's offense did not back him up at all in the slightest. So we have Touki Toussaint, who the Marlins did get a run off of in the opener of this franchise here on opening day, and now John Birdie, 1 for 3 with one of the 3 or 4 hits in the entire game for Miami. 2 out here, 2-2 count to him in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the pitch by Touki, is a fly ball into center field. Racing on is Acuna, and he can't get it actually. It bounces in front of him for a single. So now Brian De La Cruz is over 3, pops it up. Man, and the catcher is going to be there to end the 8th inning. So we are going to go to the 9th here, scoreless in this one. Only 4 hits for Miami in this game. And we now go top 9, and it's Austin Riley, who's 1 for 3, 1-2 pitch to him is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Wow, what a pitch by Eliezer Hernandez. That painted the corner. My goodness, look at that pitch. Beautiful. And again, another look at it, just touching the edge of the strike zone. So now 2-2 pitch here to Matt Olson. 0 for 2 in this game so far, and that slider just missing. Man, that was a really good slider, though. Full count pitch now. Hernandez looking for another K, and he does not get it as that sucker change way up there for ball 4. So that's the go-ahead run. On base now. Travis d'Arnaud is 0 for 2 in this game. 0-0, it pitched to him as a liner base hit into the outfield, and now 2 men on, 1 man out. And Hernandez kind of losing this game here a little bit, as now he's got to try and stop this inning from getting out of control. That's a beautiful circle change, and way early on it is Alex Dickerson. Full count pitch here. Huge pitch in this game, and that's ball 4 inside. So now another walk, the second walk of the inning given up by Hernandez. And now the bases are loaded here. 1-2 to Ozzie Albies now. And it's a ground ball. Joey Wendell over to home. They get 1 out there. Throw to first base is in time. It's a double play. Whoa, a 5. I think it's either a 4-1-3 double play. That doesn't happen very much. Wow, that's one of the rarest double plays that you will ever see in baseball there. And they just turned it to head to the bottom of the 9th with scoreless. I've never actually been able to turn that double play in game before ever, as that ball runs in and hits Jazz Chisholm there. As now that's another stolen base attempt, and again he's safe. So the second stolen base of the game. Now Solaire swinging and missing at that curve down below the knees, though. Man, and that we're going into the StatCast here, looking at this at bat. And, man, a couple of hittable pitches there, but that was a good pitch, though, and for the strikeout by Toussaint. Now Jesus Aguilar here. 1-0 pitch to him is another stolen base attempt here. And wow, Jazz Chisholm showing off the speed as he's got his 3rd stolen base of the season, his 2nd of the day. And he steals 3rd, so now he's 90 feet away. Here comes Miami trying to get another walk-off, as that's a swing and a miss at a curve way inside. Aguilar swinging is shaking his head at that swing. And now the 2-2 is a line drive, and it's a base hit! And that's going to win the game! Jesus Aguilar with a single one for the 2nd time in the first 4 games of the season. Miami walks it off. Jesus Aguilar, the hero in this one. 1-0 win for the Marlins. And they have taken the first 3 of 4 here against the World Series champion Atlanta Braves. Jazz Chisholm's 2 stolen bases there in that inning. And Jesus Aguilar taking care of the rest. And a 1-0 victory for Miami. Again, the pitching was unbelievable. Marlins won that series 3-1, and the offense, wasn't that great, but man, the pitching was so good in that entire series. And a great start to the season. How about 2 walk-offs though in the first 4 games of the season is pretty incredible for the Marlins though. As getting a look at some of the highlights in this game, as you saw there, really safe there, and that stolen base of third by Jazz Chisholm, and then the base hit again by Jesus Aguilar. A fun start to the season for sure for the Marlins. I mean, we definitely want more offense, but a good start. So Jacob Stallings, unfortunately, suffered a torn pectoral, and he's going to be out for 1 to 2 months. So that really is going to suck. He's going to be out for really until the All-Star break at least, I think. So he's going to be out for a while, and just decided to put it on auto. But now looking at the catcher situation, you have Peyton Henry, who is the backup, but I don't really like Peyton Henry all that much. Just not that great of a catcher. But then I go into first base, and I look at Williams Astudillo, who has some decent stats. He's got 99 vision, which is pretty cool, but his stats aren't crazy good, but they aren't really that bad either. The deep potential does kind of suck. But I'm thinking he has a secondary position of catcher. He has major league experience. And, I mean, the difference between him and Peyton Henry is not going to be very much. I actually liked his hitting stats and his overall stats more than Peyton Henry's. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, let's give Astudillo this chance. But unfortunately, we are going to have to take somebody out from the 40-man roster because he's not on the 40-man roster. So just really quickly going into the 40-man, and I just decide we're going to kind of take somebody off here, and it's probably going to end up being this Tommy Nance guy who is just, he's not going to be a part of the team. He is just really bad. So we decided to take Tommy Nance out of the 40-man roster. He's going to be in waivers, but now we can put Astudillo on the 40-man roster, and he will be the starting catcher until we can get Jacob Stallings back as a starter on the team. So that was unfortunate, but we have injuries on for a reason, and so that's what the lineup is going to kind of look like here as we're putting Astudillo into the batting order. And he's a guy that has major league experience, and so I just think we can have Peyton Henry as the backup, and again, not really any difference in those stats for those two players. So yeah, that's what the lineup looks like now. Astudillo, I mean, he played a little bit last year, 200 at bats last year. He wasn't very good, but now we continue to move on, and here to look at this unbelievable line score in this game. 10 runs in the first inning. 24 runs scored in the entire course of the game by the Toronto Blue Jays in this one. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Guerrero Jr. had 3 home runs. Espinal had 2 home runs. 5, 6, 7. They had 8 home runs total as a team for Toronto in this game. I mean, 24 runs and 28 hits. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Espinal had 8 RBIs in this one. Bichette had 5 RBIs. Guerrero had 4. I mean, what a ridiculous box score this was. And you get Espinal there, and look at Espinal. Espinal had a cycle in this game. So he was 5 for 7, and Espinal had a triple, a double, and a home run. So remember, we looked back at opening day, and we saw an opening day cycle by Jared Walsh of the Angels, and that was the first ever cycle we've ever seen on opening day. Then we have this game here where we see another cycle. So already we have 2 cycles in the major leagues here in the first 3 games of the season. I've never seen anything like that. And man, Zimmerman was absolutely terrible in this game. Manoah wasn't all that great, but you don't have to pitch very well at all to be able to win. I mean, nobody in this game pitched good for Baltimore at all. I mean, look at those ridiculously high ERAs. Lopez didn't even get an out, and he gave up 5 earned runs. Just a crazy, crazy box score here, and a ridiculous win by Toronto. So we're going to continue to move on here. Now we played Texas, and after we took 3 of 4 from Atlanta, we do drop this first game of this series against the Rangers, and that was their first win of the year for the Texas Rangers. And again, the offense not very consistent in this one. Only 3 runs in this game by the offense for Miami, and we dropped this one 5-3. The pitching only gave up 4 hits, but the offense just really wasn't there. Sanchez got a couple of hits. John Birdie got an RBI, 1 for 3, maybe got a home run, it looked like. In this game, Josh Rojas was 2 for 4 with, an RBI and a run scored. And Cooper also 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored as well for the offense. Home runs by Birdie, Cooper, and Rojas. So 3 homers in this game. That was the first. I think that's the first 3 home runs of the season. Because I don't think they had a home run before that. But you see the pitching for Texas. Ryan Hearn was very good in that game, and we saw Jesus Luzardo starting in this game. This was his first start of the year, and Jesus Luzardo was decent, not that great. The bullpen came in and shut the door, but Luzardo unfortunately getting the loss in that game. So now we move on here. We're going to play with Edward Cabrera, who is one of our top pitching prospects in the organization. He is our top pitching prospect in the organization. So we're going to go into the game with him. He's got really good, well-rounded stats, I think. And, he's a guy that if he plays well this season, I think he's going to be called up in September, for the September call-ups. And, he's a guy that could take over if we have, injury concerns or something happens. But, he's one of those top prospects and a guy that I think is going to be a starter for this team next year. So we're going to start with him here in this one, AAA action. We'll check in occasionally on the AAA team and these players that we have down here in AAA and AA. But the Jumbo Shrimp playing against the Red Sox here. And I love this AAA team, though, Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. But it's a great name and a great team. But Edward Cabrera here, looking at his numbers. So he did pitch last year a little bit for the Marlins, and in 7 starts he was not that great, but not a big sample size at all. He only pitched 26 innings, so he's a guy that really should be dominating mostly these AAA hitters, and so hopefully he can have a good year, but we'll see. As we are in the first inning here in this game, and that's a pop-up into the outfield, and it's caught out there for the out, so 2 down here in the first inning. As Cabrera here, first 2 guys up, and he gets him down, and now Jalen Davis is up now, and for his first at-bat of the game, 0-0 pitch here to Cabrera. First pitch of the AB is a slider that's hit on the ground over to second. So we are doing a player lock in this game, so we're really only going to be focusing on Cabrera until, at least maybe the later innings if the game is close. But now we move immediately into the top of the second here. 1-1 pitch to Tyrick Reed, swinging and missing at a curveball that was way down, below the knees. And now it looks like he's going to try and call for a fastball here. 1-2 is on the corner for strike 3. That's a good pitch, and 97 miles an hour. So Cabrera's got some good heat. He's got, got good speed on his pitches here. And now 2-2 pitch, and he gets another strikeout there. Swings and misses at the top of the zone. And 2 strikeouts for Cabrera here in this second inning. So that was some good pitches there. I really like his fastball. You know, it's got good speed. It's got pretty good movement. And overall, really excited about Cabrera and what he can do for this Marlins team. Now, 2-2 pitch here. Number 8 hitter up. And another strikeout on a curve. On a circle change that time. Way below the knees. Beautiful off-speed pitch. His third of the game now. And now top of the third inning still. And that's a pop-up and a ball. You know, great pitch. Inside fastball. That's just popped in the air for the out. So, good start. No, you know, he gave up a base runner, I believe, but now we're in the top of the fourth here, and actually, no, he went up 9 up, 9 down. So now with 2-0, and that's a ball up top, and now it's a 3-0 count. So Cabrera trying to avoid the walk, and he won't, as that is a fastball that's outside. So a walk on 4 pitches, and you know Cabrera is pretty decent at limiting walks. He doesn't walk very many guys. But now, how does he respond as that ball is hit in the air deep into right field, racing at the wall is the right fielder, and it is over the wall as Jarren Duran hits a 390-foot blast, and Worcester strikes first here in this game, and they are up now 2-0. So unfortunately for Cabrera, didn't really locate that pitch very well, and Duran taking advantage as they just kept carrying and running out of room out there in right field. So now how do you respond to a big home run like that? That's going to be important, because that's another deep fly ball into the outfield again, and that one's over the wall again, near the down the line more this time, and Jalen Davis hits a home run. So back-to-back homers for Worcester. And, man, not good signs here by Cabrera. 3 runs now, and now it's Tristan Casas. And he is going to look at that fastball for a strike. But, again, how do you respond now, giving up 2 home runs in a row, and that is a strikeout. So, you know, at least he comes back and gets something there with a K. Not really what you want there, as that might be a double play, it looks like, so it is. And, you know, not a great inning by Cabrera, 2 home runs in that inning. But he does respond kind of nicely there after the 2 homers with a, you know, a strikeout and a double play. As that's a liner that is off the wall in left field. So that's going to be a double. And with 2 outs here in the 5th now, Cabrera now with 2 men in score. Oh, actually, the runner on second, the runner going to second base was thrown out. I missed that. And that's a fly ball that's caught in the outfield. So, yeah. To clear up any confusion, the runner going to second base there on that hit was actually thrown out. I don't think I realized that when I was playing or when I was doing the commentary at first, but that's what happened there. So that is the end of the 5th, and that's a ground ball that's going to end the 6th inning. So Jacksonville does get on the board with a couple of runs also, but that is going to be the end of the game, it looks like, for Cabrera, who, you know, pitched 6 innings. 6 innings, he pitched pretty well. 4 strikeouts, 4 or 5 strikeouts in this game. And besides, you know, the 2 home runs that he gave up, overall, a good start by Edward Cabrera. I think, you know, he's one of those guys that, given time, he could be a really big piece to a good competitive Marlins team, as that's after a strikeout to begin the inning there, a base hit into the outfield for Jacksonville, scored another run. And we are tied up here. It's 3-3 now. So man on first, 2 out in the inning. That's going to be a line drive into the outfield and into the gap, and it's down. That's probably going to score a run. It will, as that is all the way to the wall. And not even a throw. Oh, there is a throw home, but it's way late. And Worcester taking the lead back here in the 7th inning. So, man, the offense for Jacksonville trying to come back. And that's a strikeout. That's a swing and a miss there on that curveball. Now an 0-2 is strong. Strike 3. High fastball. Great pitch on the catch in the corner there. And fortunately, though, for the Jumbo Shrimp, that's an RBI double that gives the Red Sox the lead here. Middle of the 7th inning now coming up. So now we control the offense here for Jacksonville, and that's a strike 3 on the four-seam fastball at the knees. And I don't know if you noticed this, but Chris Sale is pitching in this game for Worcester. I don't know why. This is a kind of a glitch, it seems to me, because obviously Chris Sale should not be pitching in the minor leagues. I think the game when I'm not controlling, Boston, the Red Sox here, so I can't control what they do with their minor league team. But yeah, Chris Sale being in the minors doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But either way, now here in the top of the 8th inning, Gonzalez throws into first base, so that's the end of the top of the 8th, and the offense here got to get something going here. They got 6 more outs left in this game. Went out here in the inning now, 0-1 to Jose Devers as a ball swung on and dropped into right field for a single. So a man on, as Devers excited about that hit, and now Lewin Diaz, the 1-0 to him, is a ground ball that's right to the shortstop. Tailor-made double play. And that does suck because that was good timing on a pitch that was pretty much right down the middle. Really unfortunate there. And now that's a strikeout on the slider way inside. My goodness, what a bad pitch to swing out there. Daniel Castro just blowing it right by him and taking another look at this really bad swing. Yikes. So Cameron Caron, I believe that's how you pronounce that name, as it's a 1-0 pitch to him. Is swung on, and man, that ball is crushed. Oh, that's a no-doubter. Yep, that one is gone way out, almost into the street level out there. And that's a home run. That's a no-doubt shot, the 3rd of the game for Worcester. And they are now up by 2 runs here in the 9th. As Caron just crushes this ball, and he knew it. I mean, he's just looking at it and tosses the bat aside. And after a while, you just don't chase it anymore. 430-foot home run. Yikes. Not a good inning there. And now you got to try and get 2 runs here if you're Jacksonville, as that swung on and a fastball that is down. So, okay, a good start to the 9th, as that's going to be a double and extra bases here. So you got a man on second. Tying run, walking up to the plate. That's exactly how you want to start this 9th inning if you're the Jumbo Shrimp. 2-2 pitch here is a little tapper that is going to be, and that is going to be that's going to be play that is made there. Can't talk, but that is out number 2. So now down to their final out here. Joe Dunand is now 0-2. Strike 3 called. Beautiful pitch, though, on the corner. That's this final out. And Chris Sale getting a minor league win here in this game. Again, not sure why he's on the minors. Hopefully Boston uses common sense and brings it back up. But unfortunately, the Jumbo Shrimp lose here to the Red Sox AAA affiliate. And Edward Cabrera does get the loss in this game. Despite pitching pretty well, although giving up the 2 home runs, but the offense couldn't do anything to also come back in that one. So that's going to be it for action here for gameplay-wise. So we're gonna check up on Cabrera. We're gonna pitch with him more, and occasionally, hopefully he makes the the futures game and stuff like that, so we can focus on him then. But again, looking at this line for Cabrera, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, only 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. It's a decent start. Good enough for Cabrera. Not bad. So we go back to the Major League team here, playing against Texas, and we sim another day. And another loss here now. And again, where is the offense? It's not there. Only 2 runs in this game by Miami. So a couple game losing streak here. And Miami, the Marlins now fall to 500 on the season, 3-3 on the year now, and yeah, I mean 2 runs in the first inning, but then the offense just disappeared. So, that's the thing about this team that I was really worried about going into the season, and it looks like those concerns are ringing true because the offense so far has been very poor for the Miami Marlins. As Solaire does get a home run in this game and an RBI in the first, a couple RBIs in the first inning. But besides that, offense just didn't show up in this game. So that's going to be it for me, as there's a look at the pitching there. That's going to be it for me, guys. Remember to keep subscribing subscribe to this channel. Keep liking and keep watching this franchise. Next time we finish the series against Texas. And hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Have a great rest of your day. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars.